Hello.
Hello.
Sorry you're not feeling well.
Yeah, I had some company and I just overdid. We had a couple of days here of just kind of hanging out and visiting, and then we went down to New Jersey, went down to the ashram on Tuesday. So it was a long day because
Yeah.
I drove down Monday night, slept on my friend's floor in Southport, which wasn't terribly comfortable, but it got me closer, and then drove back Tuesday night. So I've just been kind of logy under the last couple of days, and COVID negative as far as the cheap tests say, but it's just I think it's
That's
just
good.
yeah, that was the good news. As much as you can trust those things.
Well, we're all here.
Good. And I think next week, or the next class, is going to be after my surgery on my foot. So I'm probably going to be joining that week too online.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
Most likely.
Do you need one of those things?
Probably be glad to have the surgery over.
Oh, I am so looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Really just looking forward to it. So I never thought I would.
Is it a long recovery afterwards?
He said 2 weeks in a walking boot, but I think it depends on how much he has to do, what all he has to do. So I have no idea how much it's really going to be. He was pretty wishy-washy about that because he really wanted to evaluate it a little bit better. So I've got to make a pre-op call today, and I should be able to get a little bit more information, but hopefully not too bad.
Good.
We'll see.
Oh, okay. Well, we're glad you're here.
Yes, I am too. I am too. Hello.
Hi.
Oh.
So what is it? I missed the surgery. What's happening?
Oh, I've got bad bunions on my feet. And it's finally, after years and years of being recommended to do the surgery, I finally caved and had enough pain and enough agony with it that I was like, okay, yes. So now I'm actually looking forward to it.
Well, then was the proper time.
Yes. So that'll happen a week from Monday. So I'll probably at least the next one class will be online, maybe two after that. We'll see how long it takes to recover.
But we'll hope it goes well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Photo authority.
Before it's a ding.
Why not?
Or crying.
So, how are we doing?
Still counting. Still counting, yes.
Well,
Still counting. I started going to the counting backwards,
yeah, you mentioned that.
and so I started doing that. And then I stopped, and my brain goes everywhere. So I said, okay, we'll just keep counting. Well, I think it's getting better. It's getting better.
Good. Are you able to have any sense of little blockages related to your main blocking?
No,
No.
I think I think before my diagnosis, I was working toward that, and I thought there were times I could sense it. But since then, I haven't been putting in, I'm not gonna say put in the effort, but my head is not there yet.
Mhm.
So I've gone backwards.
That's all right. I am very resistant to dealing with blockages. You started, I mean, months ago when you're talking about agendas. It's when I started shutting down. So, I'm not practicing very much at all. I occasionally do some with music, and on Sunday nights, my sister introduced me into a Zoom meditation and Reiki session. So this one is down in Florida. It leads us in a guided imagery. And that has been, I've been able to stay pretty present for that. And the last two times the guided imagery was her going through what she would physically do if she were doing an actual Reiki treatment. So starting on the shoulders and then the head. And that was really, really nice. And I got a nice sense of lengthening with that.
Well, that's useful.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she individually sends each of the people in the group Reiki. And I mean, it was when she did the individual that I got the sense that the lengthening sense. So for some reason I could stay awake for that. Which is 1 o'clock is, if I'm gonna need to fall asleep, it's gonna be right now.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So I can kind of, my tendency is to beat myself up over not doing it, and I'm wanting to resist that. And
It's a waste of time.
waste of time. I mean, in the past, when we've done long past, when we've done the moving through the various parts of the body, I found that useful, and I could do that, and I did it. Coming back was okay. It's good, but I don't so much go off into busy head as I go off into sleep. Or if it's not sleep, it's really close, and there tend to be visual images that just pop in. That they're not exactly dreaming, but they're not exactly not dreaming.
And that's not meditation.
That's not meditation. So
Yeah.
there I am.
Linda?
Well, I have to confess my delinquency as well, because I had some company, so it was sporadic. It was a spiritual community, but we ended up being more social than spiritual, and it mostly because we hadn't seen each other for several years, and there was one of them had he'd gone through some chemo and is now experiencing chemo-related Parkinson's. So he's, and his attitude is very much he wants out of this body trap. And so it was good for us to have that social time, laughing. I think there was some spiritual connection that way, but as far as practicing goes, it was fairly limited. I did do a little, but I don't believe I made any progress really. Progress, I think, maybe on the social end of things because of the
And that's important.
It is, and this group has been together for many, many years, so that was huge. That was a very important thing. So,
Right. Well, this sort of leads me to feel that this particular practice is perhaps not unuseful for you at the moment, but not of primary usefulness at the moment. And my inclination is to go ahead and introduce the final phase of this, simply to go ahead and sort of complete this particular little bit. And next time, go on to something else, go on to the next step. As I'm feeling, unless someone feels differently about that. This is a practice that takes a long time to really develop, and it simply depends kind of where you are and whether you're ready to progress into it or not. And if you're not, you're not. And that's, there's no reason to beat yourself up. You're simply where you are, and that's where you should be at the moment. So don't feel that you're bad because you're not. There are other issues, other things that you maybe need to work on instead, or other practices. Believe me, there are, I think, probably thousands of different ways to approach this. So that's kind of my feeling at the moment. Anybody have a different or anything you want to add to that?
It sounds good. Maybe looking at something a little different will be the right thing. It'll sing for us.
Perhaps, and that's fine.
I agree. I think I'd like to hear something, move forward a little bit and hopefully be able to at least absorb it, if not incorporate it into the practice. Yeah, I like that.
I do feel that rather than just abandoning this practice without introducing the third phase, which really is just adding a final step, still doing the same things. It's not doing anything initially different, and adding a final piece to it. So it's certainly, you can come back to it at any point. So I think we'll do that, and then next time we can look at something, look at the next step. Okay. Good. Let us do some energy gates. Stepping out. And settling into your alignments. Getting that sense of opening downward and merging into the earth. And drawing upward and out into the universe. And allowing each of those energies to circulate through your body. So feeling your mind extending through your body, so that you can be open and feel the movement of the chi, both chi in your body. And opening to the sense of all of the joints in your body opening and closing, expanding open and contracting a little closed. Pulsing the energy through your body. And then stepping wider, beginning to flow into cloud hands. Very aware of rounding that movement. Remembering that the arms rising are going upward in a curve, not a straight line. And definitely not crossing the center line of your body. Keep the 4 points together. Aware that the legs are actually moving in exactly the same way that the arms are. And indeed, beyond that, the legs are actually causing the arms to move. You'll feel the legs as they shift and rotate. And let the legs move the arms. And then flowing into the swings. Arms completely, totally relaxed. Energy principally moving the leg, into the lower torso, and back to the earth. The twisting and bending and extending of the legs, very important. And into the second, feeling the energy begin to move on up into the mid-torso organ. Then if you go to the third, the energy moving on up to the crown of the head. Good, that's it. So as I said earlier, we still are doing the first parts that we've been practicing. We've been working on, and add a third. Begin with, of course, just sitting and breathing. Let your mind settle. Be aware of the sinking of your chi as you breathe. You begin to feel the extending of your chi through your body. The important word there is feel. As you're doing that, begin again to scan from the top of your head until you find a blockage. And then open to allowing yourself to recognize as many of the little mini blockages that are attached to your main body. And recognize that they could be anywhere in your body or anywhere in your mind. using the energy of your conscious mind to recognize all of this. And that's why you're able to recognize it. Most people can't just look into their unconscious mind as though it was their conscious mind. It will come later. It's definitely not right now. And now, in all the spaces between the little mini blockages that are leading to the main blockage, there is a lot of space. Just relax that space and all the little blockages. Instead of start getting right down to what is the energy of your conscious mind. That is what you want to realize. That's what you want to relax. You want to relax the energy of your conscious mind, which has no recognizable shape or form, but it can be recognized for what it is. It's very hard to define, or it could be defined. The energy of the conscious mind is generating that which you are able to be conscious of. And that which enables you to be aware of what's going on. And that's what's enabling you to recognize, to feel, to sense, to intuit whatever it is that's happening inside a blockage, or between the spaces in between the blockages. Just focus on relaxing this whole thing. Which will feel as though it has a center. Often it means that it does not have a boundary of any kind. As if it goes a little way and stops, it goes a little further and stops. They will just keep on expanding and extending. And the issue is not where it extends. just that somehow you can make contact with it. And your conscious mind relaxes and just opens. There be no need for it to become anything, and no need that it not be anything. Just relax this basic energy itself. The entire conscious mind's energy inside of you. Sending all benefit gained from this practice out to help all the sentient creatures of the universe. Any questions or thoughts? Nice to share.
It's good to be here.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Shell and Carol.
Bye.
Bye.
Good luck
Bye.
with your operation.
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
thinking about you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care.
Bye.
Me too.
Oh. You know, today I saw something that I saw a few months ago,
Mhm.
and it's a big black spider. There's a big blockage here, and it's got legs,
Mhm.
and that's what I saw the last time I saw or felt the blockage.
Mhm.
It's a spider. It's on today.
And the legs are the connections.
Yes,
Mhm.
I think they were attached to my knees. It's all here. So one little spider leg comes in. Well, it's a long leg. The other leg is short. The one long leg is over there.
So those inside spiders can do anything. Well,
So this is the first time in months that I've actually sensed something in there.
mhm. Well, that kind of makes sense. Show you later that that's kind of what that all feels like.
You like spiders?
They don't bother me. Unless they're the great big black hairy ones. Kind of like snakes. I don't like them sneaking up on me.
But you don't mind stealing from the distance.
No, I don't even mind them in the house because they're gonna eat bugs. So I don't have a problem with spiders.
Oh, I was thinking of snakes.
Oh, snakes? Never had one in the house, but
Isn't it wrong?
Yeah. I think our house is too cool, so they're much happier outside.
Uh,
I had a friend who lived one in her attic and kept the mice population
Well, I bet it
wiped
did.
out.
As long as it stayed in the attic.
Yes. Yes.
We didn't see. I think Craig said he saw a small ringneck snake on the patio earlier in the summer. But normally we'll see, big black rat snake or something.
Mhm.
Not this year. But then again, there weren't. I didn't have a hole problem. We didn't have too many mice around. They're living elsewhere.
Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a good car over here.
Yeah, for some reason. It doesn't bother us. So Craig has one of those sonic things in the garage, but it's part of the year it's set to crickets, and the other part of the year it's set to mouse. It all sounds the same to me.
Can you hear it?
Can hear one better than the other.
Hmm.
Then there was the thing we had out in the garden. The lapel borders going over the garden fence.
Think that would.
Well, the raccoons stopped rampaging through the garden at that point, but it also could be they were getting in another way, and all the bird netting I had over everything.
So you try multiple variables, it's hard to tell which one.
Yeah, you don't know, and I'm really,
The goal is not to figure out which one to do it, it's to deter the road.
right,
Yeah.
right. It's like the meds, there's some improvement being made. I don't know what medication's doing it, and I don't care.
Take the improvement.
Yeah, we'll take whatever we get. But yeah, we did the bird netting, and then once the raccoons, I think they got too fat to get into the garden. Then the mice came in,
Hmm.
and they were eating my banana peppers. The raccoons prefer bell peppers.
I didn't realize they were so persistent.
I have never known that I've had a raccoon in the garden in my entire life.
Wow.
Oh, this year.
Yep, and the only reason we know is they put a trail camera out there.
Uh,
There were peppers this big outside the garden. Well, that wasn't a mouse.
not likely. You better hope it's not.
You don't want to meet the mouse.
Right.
So I don't know. What we did, there was one. And of course, the way those trail cameras work, it's like the deer in the headlights look. Only got one picture, but that's all we needed. Let's see.
Well,
Oh,
garden time is.
Oh, it's
finishing.
coming to a close, boy. My herbs this year were phenomenal.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Good.
I should send you a list of what I've got a ton of, if you and Jane want any fresh herbs.
Yes.
Okay, so I planted some one at a time last year, and it looks really good.
Yeah.
So how do I harvest it so I can use it?
You could probably harvest it all winter. But you can bring it in and you could put it in plastic bags in a freezer.
Uh-huh.
Or you could put it on some paper towel, cover it with paper towel, put it in the microwave for a minute, try it again for another minute. After a while, I usually put it on a plate and do it. Eventually the plate gets warm enough that you need less and less time. It dries and you can put it in a jar. Or you could probably hang it up. Hang it up in the garage. Maybe mice won't want it.
I got this rack thing.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a, time dries really well.
Mhm.
It's woody and it's got a lot of essential oils. But I've got thyme and tarragon and parsley, rosemary,
Ooh,
just. I went to see a friend of mine, said, do you want any herbs? I told him what I had. He said, well, Faith said she could dry some parsley. So I. And then, here you go. Whoa. I figured there's two families living in the house. Well, that doesn't last that much dry, that much parsley. It's not that much. But I saved the stems on the parsley, put them in the freezer and when I'm making stock. Just throw them in the, instead of throwing good parsley in it, the flavored stock, I throw the stems in there.
huh,
And when, you know, then the onion skins and everything else goes in there. Onion skins are making a nice dark color. Yeah, that's just like, here we go. Throw those things in there. I'm straining it out anyway.
well, that's good.
But I'll let you know what I have, and then I can
Yeah.
always bring some on Monday.
Yeah. No, I'm sure Jamie will be delighted.
And what extra time plant. Each year I bought 2. And they both died.
Huh.
So this year I bought 3. And they're all over the place.
So what?
Not tarragon. Actually, all my herbs did really, really, really well, except marjoram.
Wonder why particularly this
I don't know, it must like drought
one.
and heat. You know, they might be more Mediterranean and, but I think Mediterranean would be kind of humid. No, well, Greece is supposed to be kind of dry. Anyway, whatever.